Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Judy, and today we're going to be doing a postpartum update. So I'm officially 4 months postpartum, and it's been a crazy 4 months. I have spoken to you guys already about the beginning aspect of motherhood, but there's definitely a lot that has changed for myself and for baby girl. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Just share my experience, because I feel like sometimes people don't share every single thing when it comes to postpartum. I'm trying not to touch my hair. Let me see if I can do something. Hold on. Much better. I feel better. I won't be messing with my hair too much. What's up, girl? God bless you. God bless you. Alright, so I wrote some notes down the other day just to make sure that I share with you guys. And every single time I feel something for myself, I always tend to write it down, just because when it comes to these videos, for some reason, I feel like when it comes to actually talking about it, I tend to forget some stuff. So, excuse me? Ma'am. Let's start off with an update on the baby. So Malia is 18 pounds. Yes, what I'm saying? I have her in a onesie. Okay, that's another thing I wanted to bring up in my videos. Like, when people dress up their child every day, how realistic is that? Like, she's always just in a onesie just because it's comfortable for her. When I dress her up to go out in public, when I get home, as soon as the first thing I do is take off her clothes. So this is how she is at home. Oh, come here, my love. Oh, come here. She's a chunky girl. Right? Say hi, guys. Hi. She's gonna be so tall. She's already 25 inches, 18 pounds. Excuse me, ma'am. Everyone wants to see your beautiful face. Don't turn. So Malia is 18 pounds and 25 inches. She's probably longer than 25 inches, but the last time she was measured was at our WIC appointment. At 3 months, she was 25 inches. She's probably like at least 26, maybe 25 and a half right now. She's really long. She sleeps really good. I am going to be doing a video on how to get your baby to sleep independently, because I do co-sleep still, but for the most part, for the beginning of her night, like for the first 7-hour stretch, she's sleeping by herself. And technically 5 or 7 hours is considered a full night's rest for a baby. Well, not a full night's rest. They still go down for more sleep, but that's considered sleeping all night, scientifically, or whatever. So the first portion of her sleep, which she goes to sleep every single day at 7 o'clock, she will not, if she goes after, like usually 8 o'clock the latest, but in between that 7 to 8 o'clock, she's miserable unless she's in the bathtub. So yeah, we still co-sleep, but the beginning of her sleeping, she's always in her crib. Last night I tried letting her stay in her crib, but I just wanted her to be quite honest, I just wanted her. And in my video for sleeping, I'm gonna share a lot of things with you guys, of things that I feel like are really the issue when it comes to putting your baby down. So I'm still breastfeeding her 4 months strong, and it's a lot of work, but she eats well, as you can tell. As the months progress, she's been eating less, but I'm assuming she's eating more. The doctors haven't said anything about her weight, obviously, so I know that she's eating enough. She's not cranky in that sense. So even though her food like consumption has gone down, she'll eat like 5 to 7 times a day, versus what she used to do, which was around 9 to 12 times a day. Now it's 5 to 7 times a day, and she's exclusively breastfed. I have not introduced anything to her yet. I'll probably do that within 5 months, honestly, just because I've done some research and I've read some studies that it says that if you introduce food a little bit earlier on the baby, that will reduce their allergy, their proneness to being allergic to food. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm not gonna feed her beans and rice or anything like that. What she's gonna have is basically, do you want your toys? What she's gonna have is basically just either cereal, excuse me, either cereal, or she'll have, why am I like drawing a blank? She'll either have cereal or she'll have like a vegetable. I'm gonna steam it and then puree it for her, maybe like a squash or something like that. Nothing crazy. I definitely want to start with like squash or green beans or something like that for her, so that she doesn't get used to the sweetness. I've done research on that too, that it can, you know, affect what they gravitate to when they're eating. She's literally always smiling, always smiling. Whenever you talk to her, she found her toes, so she's always grabbing her feet now. She has not rolled over. She is 4 months and a week today, actually, and she has not rolled over yet. I do give her tummy time. I do put her on her back. She just doesn't roll over yet. She does kick. So like when I have her on a changing table, I do not leave her alone anymore, simply because I know that she is going to roll over soon. So when she's laying on the bassinet or on her changing table, she's like kicking and jolting. So like I feel like eventually she's gonna turn over. She's just not quite there yet. She's learning how to hold things. She struggles still, but whenever she really gets a grip on it, she does not let go, like my hair. So she's pulling my hair a lot. That's why I never wear it down, and I also never really wear it down because I don't want her to spit up on it. So if you ever see me in a picture with her with my hair down, it's just because I put it down for a picture. Or filming, I'm putting it down right now, but I will put it right back up once I'm done filming. She loves bath time. Loves bath time. As she can be wailing, and I'm like, okay, it's like 6:30, let me give her a bath, just because it's like her routine's around 6:30. She'll get a bath. By 7 she's out for the rest of the night. And typically she'll go to sleep from like 7 to 3 in the morning, sometimes 7 to 4 in the morning, and from 7 to 4 in the morning she'll be in her crib, and then at like 4 or like the 3 o'clock mark, when I go get her, I'll just bring her to bed with me, just because I love to cuddle with her. And yeah, for the rest of the night she'll be there. But I definitely want to test out and see how it would be for her to just get put back in her crib and how long she would sleep, because she does still wake up like one more time in between that time. So I think that maybe sleeping with me might affect that. If you guys have ever done study or research on it, that sometimes a baby in their room will be a baby in your room is a result of why they can't sleep through the entire night. It's because they need their own private space, white noise. So just, I'm gonna do a video on it. I'm gonna talk about it completely, but I definitely want to test it out. So yes. And another thing that we're doing is cloth diapering. I have not shared this with you guys yet, but we are cloth diapering. I'm excited. I love it. She's currently wearing, which one? She just has a plain white one. I'm doing cloth diaper laundry right now. But honestly, at first I was very intimidated, but since doing it, I am so happy I do it. They look so cute on her. I've had a couple issues, and I will be sharing that with you guys too. But so far I love cloth diapering, and I do use cloth wipes also. I do have disposable wipes still, and I still have disposable diapers, but because, dang, my hand is itchy. I'm getting some money. Because she, just for the sake of it, we just have diapers. And then wipes will have it for like going out if we need it. Again, I can still bring some cloth wipes with me in public. We are traveling soon, so I will be cloth wiping on the go. But if you guys hear noises, that's her playing on the floor. But now we're gonna do an update on me. Let me tell you, it's been a long road. It's been a long 4 months. I wouldn't change it for the world. Let me just start off with that, because I know that, you know, it can be taken into, you know, it can be taken wrong, you know, complaining about what's going on in your life. But in reality, it's human to feel everything that I'm about to express to you guys. Motherhood is hard. It's very, very tough. And it's a really big change. You are no longer thinking about yourself. You're thinking about another human being. You are taking care of somebody else 24/7, okay? 24/7. And to be quite honest, before I gave birth, I was always in my mind, I'm like, oh, my husband's gonna be such a great help. Everything that people complain about their spouse, I'm not gonna complain because he gonna do something. And granted, my husband is an amazing father and he does everything. But there's a level of, there's a difference in parenting within a mother and a father. And hear me out. So a mother literally wakes up and the first thing they think about is their child, right? So you can forget to like brush your teeth and like do things that you need hygienically for yourself because of that. But a father wakes up and they're like, oh, look at my beautiful family. And then they keep going on with their day and they do the things that they need to do for their day. But a mother in their back of their mind is like, okay, she needs her diaper changed, she needs her clothes changed, she needs her clothes washed, she needs this rinse, this, that, the third, like dinner needs to be made. Like all the things that a mother thinks about, it's not second nature for a man to think about. So it's frustrating on a mom, a new mom, or a spouse, or just anyone in general to think. You want to talk to? So it's frustrating on a partner, and I think it'll always be frustrating on a partner, just because you have to constantly remind your partner on certain things, or like what you want them to do, your spouse, and you're like, why can't you get this? Why can't you see that I need you to help me with this? Why can't you see that her clothes need to get washed, or can you put them in the laundry, and don't expect me to do it every single time? But the thing is that they don't think that way, and they're not wired that way. You birthed a human, you held that human for 9 months, so your mental state and the way you think about things is completely different than a husband, because, or a spouse, or your boyfriend or girlfriend. No, not girlfriend, your girlfriend, boyfriend, because of that. And I really wanted to say that because I feel like no one talks about it. So I had to go change her diaper, so I'm back. My hair's crazy because she pulled it, like I said she would. I'm gonna have to hold her because she might get a little fuzzy, so I'd rather just try to get this video done. So, postpartum. I officially felt really recovered at about a 2 month, 2.5 mark. Because remember how I shared with you guys that I tried to work out and my body, I just started bleeding again. And definitely the difference in working out now versus working out at that time, my body was just not ready for it. So if you guys are, you know, postpartum or working, so if you guys start working out again, back to my postpartum update. Last thing I was talking to you guys is about different forms of postpartum depression. I did not think that was a thing. I thought it was just like, you're sad, right? And I definitely was experiencing, and still am occasionally experiencing, postpartum depression. It's just, I deal with it and I move forward. Like I like try to work with it. So for instance, one of my postpartum depressions examples is anger. I've been experiencing a lot of anger, not towards my baby. Everything with her is 100% perfect. Like, I love her. I can count on my hands the amount of times that I've been frustrated to the point that I had to put her down for like 5 minutes and then come back to her. Not even 5 minutes, but I can literally, like, maybe once or twice when she was first born. I was talking to my sister yesterday and I told her, I was like, I have a different sense of patience with children now that I have one. Because I had patience before, but now having your own child, you just have a different amount of patience, and you know their needs and you know why they're fussy, so you have the patience to just wait it out. And you understand parenting, so it's just so different when you have your own child. But I've been experiencing anger, and it comes out towards my husband when we're just lacking communication or lacking intimacy and stuff like that, because it is hard to have intimacy, and I just don't mean sex, with your partner. Again, I don't mean only sex with your partner once you have a child, because it's just, there's a barrier there, and the barrier is taking care of a child. And so that's another thing that we've been going through. So my postpartum depression looks like anger. I have been angry, like I literally, and I haven't only lashed out at my husband, like little stupid things would happen, things that I am very passive with. Like, I am such a passive person, but like, I think the other day someone flipped me off because of something, and like for some reason it agitated to the point that I got angry, but I didn't react to the person, but I got so angry, and I'm just like, this is that. Like, I acknowledged it and I just leveled it back down. Like, I don't need to be angry right now. This is not, no need, like, this is stupid. You usually don't get angry at this. This has no purpose in you right now, so just let it go. And I want to preface this with that I want to say that when I was younger, I had really bad anger. So it is like surfacing up and coming out at this part of my life. Yeah, when I was younger, I was in like anger management. Now experiencing all these changes and all the differences, I am lashing out with anger. I've also experienced the I don't want to get out of bed moment. Not that I didn't want to take care of my daughter, nothing like that, but I did experience the feeding her and not wanting to eat myself and just wanting to lay in bed all day long. I didn't do that, of course. Whenever I realized that I am acting abnormal and it is because of postpartum, I really try to counteract it with a positive, and I try to do the opposite of what I really want to do. It's hard, it's still emotional, it's still something that you have to work through, but I try to do that so that I don't get stuck in that. I don't take the bait. So I try to not take the bait that what I'm experiencing, because I know that it's not who I am. I've experienced postpartum shedding. It's the most annoying thing ever. Not because I'm losing so much hair. I'm like, whatever, I can make it work. I know how to do things. I got some wigs, throw them on. You can see like the emptiness all right here, and it's still continuously getting empty, and it irks me just because I have hair all over my house. There is not a single place in this house where you will not find my hair, and it irks my life, okay? Because I'm clean and I'm organized and stuff like that, but I don't feel like I can get the hair. I do not wear my hair curly currently right now. I try to wash it pretty quickly because when I was leaving it multiple days and trying to restyle it, what I was experiencing is a lot of knotting and fairy knots, and that was raking my hair way too much. And I was like, I'm not going to allow this to happen. So you pictures here of all the shedding that I've been doing, and it's overwhelming at some points, just because you're like, dang, I'm losing this much hair. I hope it stops. Like, when will this stop? So I started taking my prenatals again to see if that helps with it, and I have been keeping my hair straight. I have been trying to protect it as much as I can. I do have a new gadget that I'll be sharing with you guys very soon that I feel like helps me keep my hair straight in a healthier version of it, so that I don't damage my hair through this process. I don't want to damage it wearing curly all the time, where it creates so many knots, but I don't want to damage it straightening it. So I literally put heat in my hair one time and then I make it work, because homegirl loves her hair. It's really, really long. If I like really show you guys my hair, it doesn't look too great right now, but I've been twisting it a lot, just making it wavy, just making it work for me, because again, I do not want to add heat in it every single day, which will create the damage. I expressed some of the marital struggle that I've been going through. It's just lack of communication, lack of intimacy, of course, because of the baby. And it's just a little bit different now. So we just have to learn how to work with this difference. Then my anger doesn't work well with it either. So like I know that my anger adds to the stupid struggles that we have. Because if I look back at the things that we argue about, I'm just like, oh my God, it's just another stupid thing. But it's just the reality of what's happening right now. It's change for him, change for me, and it's just him finding an understanding for me and me finding an understanding for him, because I think men do not realize the amount of work it takes to take care of a child all day long. It's more mentally draining than it is physically draining, just because you're constantly thinking about someone else. Like I expressed in the beginning of this video, you're constantly doing something for someone else, making sure they're fed, making sure they're changed, making sure you're cooking for your family, like all the things that it comes with. And then you're alone all day with them and you do not have human contact, so it's just like another situation. So I literally will be on FaceTime with my sister for like 2 to 3 hours. That's how much we communicate, because we know, you know, just what we're going through. So we're literally on the phone. She'll be cooking or she'll be sitting there and I'm doing something and I'm cleaning, and I'll just have my phone propped up because we're together in a sense, while she's taking care of her daughter and I'm taking care of mine. It just makes us feel good. And then I'm also like just texting other friends, just things that they're going through, other mothers. I have a couple YouTube friends that I communicate with, like Charlotte. She's going through her own thing. I'll link her channel down below. Awesome videos, and she expresses the same exact things that I express, the struggle of motherhood and what you go through when you change, like the 180 change that happens in motherhood that people do not express. Like I've watched so many postpartum videos and people did not talk about the different types of depressions and just the struggles of the mentalness daily that you go through being a mother. So yeah, another thing, I'm 4 months into breastfeeding and I do not plan on stopping, but there are times that I want to stop. There are times that I do not want to be breastfeeding anymore, just because you're still giving up your body. As a breastfeeding mother, you are giving up your body longer. So you gave up your body for 9-10 months to create the human, and now you're giving up another year of your body plus to take care of the baby, because you have to eat a certain way to make sure that you're producing properly. I'm always concerned about me working out to make sure that I do not lose production. I want to start birth control again. because I do not want to have a baby again anytime soon, and I just want to make sure we take precaution in that, just because, not that we do not want children anymore, we just want to wait a little bit, and I do not want to get pregnant super fast, because mentally I don't feel like I can handle that right now. And if it's God's will, then it'll happen, but my thoughts and actions right now are to take precautions to not get pregnant. So there are times that I've said to myself that I do not want to breastfeed, that I can formula feed and she'll be fine, she'll be fed and all that stuff. But I do love the intimate moment that you have with your child when you're breastfeeding. So that's a struggle. I have to power through that sometimes. But again, the moment that you're holding her and you're feeding your child, it's just so beautiful that you kind of forget the moments that you are struggling with the aspect of wanting to stop breastfeeding. What's the last thing on my list? Oh, had struggled with a little bit of separation anxiety. I go to the gym every single night when she goes to bed. If you guys hear her, she's with my husband. It was a struggle. See, like that moment, I got a little angry because I told my husband to do a couple things. I gave him specific instructions on what she needs. And he didn't listen to them. So I had to step in and put her to sleep because he didn't listen to my instructions. Anyways, back to what I was explaining to you guys. So I've been going to the gym about 4 or 5 times a week, and I feel like my metabolism is starting to pick up again. I haven't really lost any weight. I am still at 192, 194. My pre-pregnancy weight is 180, so I still have about another 12 to 14 pounds to lose. So I'm working on that. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it. I've been like trying to do research so that it doesn't affect my milk supply, because that's my biggest concern. I can keep on the 14 pounds in my eyes until she starts eating solid foods, so that she doesn't have to depend on my milk supply, like, you know, 100%. But right now she depends on my milk supply, so I'm just like holding back on everything that I want to do for my physicalness. But when I do go to the gym, like I will explain to you guys, I've been having a little bit of separation anxiety, and I just think about all the bad things that can happen to her while I'm not around her. My husband watches her. We're literally like a street or two away from the gym, but I still get a little bit of anxiety. I think about all the bad things that can happen, like all the bad things that can happen. Anything you can think about that can happen to a baby, I think about it. And it just randomly pops into my head, and I literally have to pray. I'll pray and I'll tell myself that's not what God calls her for her. God tells me that she's healthy and she's going to be healthy. She's in God's hands. She's healthy. So that's it. Like, I literally continuously repeat that to myself so that I can get through my workout. And little by little, it'll be like less and less that I have to continuously repeat that to myself. But I do have to do that. Just because I'm dealing with some separation anxiety. But yeah, other than that, everything is going great. Other than all those things, everything's going great. I really love being a mother. I love the challenging aspects of it. I love what God is showing me through her. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you guys totally should, because I periodically get moments where God shows me things through her, through taking a picture, through something, and I've been expressing them to you guys. And I just say, like, when God shows up, and I express that moment. I've done it already twice, and you know, I know that God's going to continue to show up and show out and show me so much through her, and I'm just really excited. She's a beautiful, healthy baby girl, and I just love her to pieces. I literally, when I have moments like tough ones, I think that I am rewarded with like 3 amazing moments right afterwards. Like she's like looking at me and smiling. I'm trying to capture like every single little thing that I am obsessed with about her, like her little fingers, the way she like bites her thumb, like every little thing that you can think about. Like I just never want to forget, and I never not want to see that. So I captured all those moments, and I gotta figure out, well, I gotta start putting them all in my hard drive. I bought a hard drive just for her, just because I'm like, I will be damned if I lose these pictures. So I just make sure to have a backup on them. But that's about it. That is all I have to update you guys on. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any video suggestions, anything more you want me to elaborate on, just comment down below. I am an open book. I know that there's just so many things that probably people don't talk about, like, and I am willing to express them and like try to make people feel that they're not alone. When I share my moments of like tough motherhoods on Instagram, and I receive a lot of sympathy for it, that's not really what I'm looking for. But I know I'm not looking for sympathy when I post them. I'm looking to make sure that I reach out to someone that's feeling like this way silently, you know, that they do not have anyone to express this to, and they're like, okay, I'm not alone, and I'm going to power through this, and I'm going to get through this stage, because I know that eventually it gets better. They become more independent. They don't need you as much, and you know, motherhood does become easier, but right now it's just a tough moment, and it's something that you just have to continuously work through, and just pray about it and make sure that you do not lean on your understanding. You lean on God, on what God says about you continuously. It's a continuous cycle to always lean on what God says about you versus what you think and what you're feeling at that moment. Because if you continuously if you continuously lean on, that's what I was looking for, lean on your own understanding and what you think about yourself in that moment, that is a perfect moment for the enemy to keep coming in and make you feel like that is what God says about you and that is who you are. So, and it can get to a point that you give up. It's a really big mental struggle, but it's a rewarding struggle. Make sure that you're just putting your whole heart into this, and don't give up, because it gets better. Once you see their smile, it's just like, okay, I'm fine. I'm not mad. I'm not bothered. I'll clean the kitchen later. My house needs to be, I need to be fed, but whatever, you know. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.